In Vegas, racial slur hurled at a woman by security, and more happens. Here's the first video.
Just soliciting.
Did you explain to me that I solicited and that it was wrong? Did I get any warnings? All right, did I get any warnings? Because I'm not from here, so how am I supposed to know that I can't do it? Did I get any warnings?
Yes, I do.
No, wait, hold on, sir.
No, you need to leave the property.
Did you give me any warnings?
Hey,
get out my face.
Don't touch me.
Get out my face. 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 Do not touch me, please. Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
I have more video, and it is going to boil your blood. This happened in Las Vegas last month before attending the Las Vegas Nights Parade. This is Miss Petaway, all right? Miss Petaway was misgendered intentionally, and then racial slurs were hurled at her. Let's go to the quote. I was called the N-word, Miss Petaway says. He kept calling me a boy or man, even though I kept clarifying I'm a woman, and I was threatened. The second security officer didn't even ask what happened or try to de-escalate the situation. He just walked up screaming at me. Let's take a look at that moment.
You hit me, I'll hurt you. What you doing?
That's your job. I work for myself. That's your job. Watch what you say.
Watch where you're going.
Watch what you say. That's your job, cuz.
Go. That way.
That's your job.
That way. The road's that
way. Make your $18 an hour, bitch. Like, talk about, bro.
Bitch.
Yeah, you a bitch. You a bitch. Bitch. You sound what?
That way.
You just call me a Yo, you just call me a
Well, you act like one. Get that way.
She says, you just called me a N-word. His response, you act like one. Okay, I got some background, foreground. The company, Securitas, and this is actually a very popular company. A lot of people utilize their services. The company for which they work released a statement regarding the incident. Here's the statement. Thank you for contacting Securitas Security Services USA Inc. There was an encounter between a trespasser engaged in unlawful activity and security. Securitas does not condone the use of inappropriate language or behavior. The matter is under investigation. Let me remind you, Securitas, this is not a story about inappropriate language. This is a story about racist language, racism. You see, the reason why it's a difference is because racism provides a different context to the possible motive of their actions. If they would have simply utilized profanity, if they would have simply utilized aggressive talk, like get the hell out of here, leave the effing premises, which is done all the time, this is likely not a story. But when they decided to say the N-word, they then provide a possible glimpse into their own bias and gives motive, some would say, for the actions you just saw. So please know, this is not a story about inappropriate language. There's more. We also received a statement from Caesars Entertainment, who owns the Link Hotel where this occurred. Quote, the behavior of the security officers shown in the video is inappropriate and unacceptable. Caesars Entertainment does not tolerate offensive language or disrespectful behavior towards its guests or employees. The statement continues. We have taken action to address this unfortunate incident and are working with our third-party security contractor to ensure their staff supporting Link Promenade security operations are able to act in accordance with Caesars Entertainment's policies and values moving forward. We deeply regret the behavior Ms. Petaway experienced and have apologized to her for our failure to meet our standards. Put up the security guards in question. Twitter D and Twitter dumb. Securitas officers, Buddy S on the left and Vincent V on the right. There they go. They're going to be calling me all kinds of N-words tonight. Past incidents involving this same security company are: a global security firm has agreed to make changes in how it trains its personnel and retains its records under an agreement made with Suffolk County prosecutors after one of his guards allegedly attacked an 11-year-old shoplifter at a Boston store. The agreement involves a June 2019 case in which prosecutors allege Mohammed Khan, then a Securitas security guard at Primark in Boston's downtown crossing, assaulted a child, a minor, who admitted to shoplifting clothing items valued at approximately $175. Another incident: Securitas Security Services USA Inc. violated federal law by subjecting a female employee to a sexually hostile work environment and then discharging her after she complained. The U.S. Equal Opportunity Commission, Employment Opportunity Commission, charged in a lawsuit filed today. Securitas employs over 260,000 people in 40 countries. What I just read is tip of the iceberg, all right? So initially, the security company comes out, and instead of saying anything halfway decent or sensitive, instead of apologizing to Ms. Petaway, who experienced actual racism, was called the N-word by somebody who's on their staff. A video is provided, not simply a complaint in writing, but a video is present. They say, well, a trespasser engaged with our security. We don't like inappropriate language, so we are investigating that part. The company that owns the link comes out and says, Ms. Petaway, we are sorry. We failed our own standards and we apologize. You see, at least the second statement acknowledged the humanity of Ms. Petaway. Understand this. There are many places, there are many outlets that would not do this story. But see, Ms. Petaway has a voice here. And I know you care about Ms. Petaway because it takes a village to do this correctly. We are the community for those who have been historically marginalized. And I stand by that and with that every single day. So next time you believe, and I'm talking about those who are bad faith actors, next time you believe that you're going to become racist, adverse against a person who you believe can be marginalized by your words and actions, just remember, they may be connected to a massive community like this one. All right, Jackson, thoughts?
Actually, I think I was on a show with you at one point. It was over a year ago now, but you said something that was very true. I think you said culture is more powerful than policy or something along those lines. And it's very true. Culture basically is just how we behave at a macro scale. And when it comes to a company, typically where it starts is who you hire is who you're comfortable with dealing with. And these types of things end up showing through, again, before policy is who's running the company, what type of example is being set, how is the foundation actually being built out. So you really hit the nail right on the head when it comes to that. But when it comes to just those two guys, they didn't need to respond like that at all. They could have just sucked it up and just told her to leave and just, and like you pointed out, if they didn't use that word, it really wouldn't have been much of a story. Because then at least you could have been like, well, I guess they were a bit annoyed that she was getting aggressive, and you could have just, left it at that. But then pulling that out, it's like, well, firstly, you're on the job, and two, y'all look like y'all in y'all 60s at least, so you should know better than to make it that personal when it's really not that big of a deal. How many people are you in front of on a day-to-day basis? So yeah, it's company culture, 100%.
There you go. All right, we will bring you updates to that exclusive as they come.